So, hi, this is episode 4 of our Apocalypse Keys Quarterly, and we've lost one player between last week and this week, which left me sad and a bit frazzled. But well, that's life, I guess. And I think this week might be the last one that we are playing Lau Francis's Till We Have Faces. I'm Dominic, I'm the GM. And who am I playing with today? Lady Baptiste. How about you? How are you feeling this morning?
I'm okay. I have COVID at the moment, but my symptoms have mostly gone now. So this is the most social activity I've had in a few days. I've been in bed the rest of the time. So I'm excited to unleash.
Oh, that's great.
Unleash.
And Rhydian, the Found, how are you feeling this morning?
I am okay, also a little frazzled. I've had a horrible night, but it's because it's too hot here.
It is very hot.
But I think we have a little bit of a reprieve from today onward again.
I think so, yeah.
Going down to, I don't know, a balmy 30 degrees max instead of the 36 we've had the last few days. So I'm hoping that my place will get a chance to cool off again.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, otherwise I'm fine. Thanks for your patience.
So the way the solution mechanic works here, as opposed to, say, Brindlewood Bay, is that we have our keys and we don't need to use them all. I don't know if you remember, but last time I was wondering about whether or not there is a mechanic like the explaining away of keys here. There isn't, but also we don't need them. If we have a key that we can't fit in our theory, we just ignore it. What we do need to do, though, is to connect at least one key to each facet. And by we, of course, I mean you. I don't remember what the book says about the GM being part of the theory move. But I would leave that to you if I can. So every one of those 4 facets that we have the Harbinger, the Door of Power, the Floral Deaths, and the status of the Returners, need to be connected to one key, at least. And that is all we need. And that means that on the minimum requirement of 4 facets on a complexity 6, mystery means that you would roll at -2. And of course, if you connect and collect and connect more keys, that of course boosts your roll. But and this is of course also critically different than in other immersion mystery games, is that as with every roll or any roll in this game, you can overroll. So just collecting 1 million keys and connecting them all to the facets is maybe not the best play, because if you overroll, that basically means that you are too late and the Harbinger has already opened the door, and you have a last minute battle against the apocalypse on your hands. A perfect roll means that you find it in time and you act from an advantageous position, and if you underroll, it just means your theory was wrong. I take the doomsday clock one more time, and you just try again. And that is how it works here. I would say, I'm sorry?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just wondering, I meant to clarify this, but I guess I got a bit confused in between. At the end of last week's session, I mentioned that one of my playbook moves, the first one, also includes the possibility to draw a line between a key and a facet and declare an irrevocable truth about the mystery. And it would have fit very well to deploy the move at the time, but obviously we were running out of time. But my problem is now that I'm not 100% sure how declaring an irrevocable truth changes anything, because otherwise drawing lines between keys and facets apparently is a regular move anyway that we can do. So I'm not sure how that would change anything and whether that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So the difference here is that this drawing a line between a key and a facet is a part of the unlock Doom's door move. So and there you have a freewheeling discussion, as you do in these kinds of games, and you draw your lines. With your move, you can draw one individual line, and you can just do it, and you don't have to really confer with anybody else, and you can just declare that this key and this facet belong together, and you already declare this one truth. And in the proper unlock Doom's door move, you then have to deal with what you declared to be true about the mystery. So, for example, we haven't had any discussion about it at all, but you could conceivably say that the flowers blooming through the ceiling, roots stretching through the city, flowers like daisies but bigger, that is connected to the Harbinger. And you could, by doing that, declare that Oberon is the Harbinger, which is not clear yet. That is for you to declare. Anybody else could be the Harbinger, including poor Nia, or the Hound, or that weird priest that Baptiste talked to the one time. So anybody could be the Harbinger. But if you play your move, you say, okay, from now on we have established as fact that in this case Oberon is the Harbinger. And when you play the proper move, then everything else has to revolve around that.
All right. Okay. And I seem to remember that, well, if we are wrong, this one truth still stands.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That is just an established truth.
Okay. Yeah. So while it does say we don't have to have any discussion about it, I would still like to maybe consider it with everyone
Absolutely.
else, right? So the reason why I thought it might be a good move is because we were in the scene. Lady Baptiste had just taken these seeds and was tripping, and then had a realization about her love for my character. And I was torn between sort of, taking some of this myself to figure out what is going on, or to be more like the trip sitter and figuring out like what is happening with these seeds, because I found the seeds, that was one of the keys, and sort of being like more the observer. And then my thought was it would have been, well, it's like how do you say that? It suggests itself as a key, the key to draw some kind of line, the pill bottle thing. Obviously, it requires me to roll and get a good result. Yeah, and so my thought is
luckily you have
the
3
pill
dark
bottle.
tokens.
Well, we have managed to overshoot the mark on that one several times. So. Yeah, and my thought was that this pill bottle could either be linked to the floral death or the door of power. I'm not sure how. I also am not sure how these facets really, like the Harbinger one makes sense to me. It's easy to understand. The door of power, and well, the other ones I'm not so sure. Like how is what is that linked? As in is it linked to? Is it the causal relation, or is it?
Yeah, that is part of the move, of the unlock Doom's door move, to establish that, and that's up to you.
Okay.
Like the mechanic side just wants a line drawn from key to facet, but what that actually means, that is for you to decide.
Okay. So does anybody have any thoughts on the matter? Let's put it that way. I'll just throw it out to you.
So I'm thinking we could go in 2 ways. One, we could already start the morning with a bang, and to do our our unlock Doom's Door move as like the first thing we do and have a discussion. Or we could play a bit longer and you can do your you can't hide your heart from me move. But that's for you to decide. Like, I think I guess what I'm talking around is the question whether you want to just establish that one connection for now and then investigate it a bit longer, or if you want to already have the discussion.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about it, Shane?
I mean, my feeling is that we want 1 to 2 more clues before we roll to unlock Dooms. So I'm into doing a little more investigating before we
Cool.
roll. If you're like mad keen, I'm happy to just like smash into it and see what happens.
No, that's
but yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Oh,
But then I guess we can just do the little, move and play out the scene with you high and on
absolutely.
scenes.
And
first,
also,
if you want.
and also, if I may add, on a like more meta timing level, to me it would make sense to have some investigation in the first hour. Then towards the end of the second hour, have or like maybe half of the second hour, have our discussion and the role, and then have the third hour for the actual encounter with the Harbinger.
Sure.
Good.
Cool.
So are we going to pick up then like in the bar where we finished off last night, or where are we starting out?
That's what I'm hearing from Sina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's try to get back in the scene. I am not very familiar with Spanish like rock or pop music, so I'm going to look for a playlist for me in the background that would maybe run in a Spanish bar, like with Spanish. I don't think they play chart music, but like like indie rock kind of stuff. And you are the only patrons in the bar right now. The guy with the dark glasses left, and you and Augustina are sitting there. And Augustina just gave Baptiste the pills. Baptiste took the pills and feels very blissful and very at home with Augustina, but also with, and even more importantly, with Rhydian. And that might be the moment where Rhydian also comes out of the toilet, of the bathroom, and encounters a very blissed out Lady Baptiste. What do you think, Lady Baptiste? What is a detail that looks different to you about Rhydian now in your altered state that you can pick up on now that you couldn't otherwise?
Interesting. I think. Well, I want to tie this in with the new playbook move that I took. So I think that in my blissful, slightly altered state, I can see just little wisps of your dreams floating around your head.
My dreams.
Yeah. And I think it's like kind of, you can tell, Lady Baptiste doesn't have eyes exactly, but you've been around her long enough to see that she is like almost like craning around, trying to make sense of these odd little fragmentary visions that she's noticing around you.
What do you think? What would one of these visions be?
Are you asking me or Shane?
Oh, sorry, I mean Sina. It's your dreams.
So it's can I just question dreams? Do you mean dreams that you would have in your sleep, or do you mean dreams as in things that I'm longing for?
I mean, it could be either, but I've taken a couple of moves that involve, like dreams that you have in your sleep. Like, so it could be. It could express something that you deeply want, or it could just be a weird dream that you had last night.
Okay. So maybe it could be what is it? It could be sort of like a very quaint scene of you and I'm just going to assume Nia is still part of the history, at least of the mystery. Nia and other people that from Division that I've sort of grown closer to in sort of this very idyllic sort of scene of having some kind of, maybe not breakfast, having like a drawn out afternoon barbecue thing, and just well, I think as you called it, domestic bliss, and the sort of idea of found family. That would maybe be one of the dreams. And if you wanted another one, it might be little flashes of what my subconscious has conjured up of my past in Oberon's court, but just tiny flashes that don't really make a lot of sense. Sort of, being part of this honor guard, and just tiny little scenes of that sort of flashing about, but not really knowing much more about it.
Cool.
Yeah. I think like Lady Baptiste is also just too high to really absorb these details right now. She's just amazed, but not really, certainly not in a position to put it together.
Yeah, so I think, I think Rhydian would have decided, like I said earlier already, to be more of the trip sitter or whatever, and seeing that Lady Baptiste is, staring rather oddly at them, they would try and sort of engage them in some kind of conversation, like, just sort of a calming, like, hey, how are you feeling? What's going on? Are you all right?
Lady Baptiste, do you think you feel particularly distracted right now?
Yeah.
Then please mark the condition.
Well, in that case, this seems like a good opportunity to harvest some darkness tokens by embodying a condition that affects me.
Absolutely.
So, sorry, you asked like how am I feeling? I feel, wow, did you notice that painting? And Lady Baptiste is just sort of zooming off across the room to check out some art. Totally unremarkable art. Maybe even like an advertising poster that has just struck her as quite beautiful.
Okay. Would now be a good time to do my move while trying to engage with her and sort of checking the art out and going, oh yeah, that is rather remarkable, and sort of stretching my feelers out.
I would just quickly like to play on the poster. I think it is an advertising poster. Oh yeah, I know. It's a cutout from a like popular magazine from the 70s that the bar owner has like taken out of the magazine and framed because it looks so freaky and cool. And what it shows is a photograph of the coast of Barcelona, and it looks in this deep red evening sunlight. The sky looks red, like it's on fire. And at the same time, you can see the moon in the sky, and the moon is really, and it might be a trick of the light, but it seems unusually big, and it looks black in this blood red or fire red sky. And that, I think, talks to or speaks to Lady Baptiste. Okay, but sorry, I interrupted you, Sina. You wanted to make a move?
Yes, I would like to make my move. It is the you can't hide you can't hide your heart from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to deepen my senses and pick up on what Lady Baptiste is feeling, and noticing, etc. How many do I have? I have 3 darkness tokens. What do we do? I'm gonna spend 1 for now. We'll see if this makes any sense. Last time it was wait, am I in the right one? Yes. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Wow, unbelievable. It's a 3.
Oh,
Couldn't have chosen anything that would have worked here, I guess.
that's impressive.
It's
So the
wonderful.
darkness within you takes hold and will break the mind and heart of who you were connecting to. The keeper tells you what price you must pay to save them from the worst of your power. Oh, that is interesting.
Hmm.
What a
Well,
great start.
I have to tell you what price you must pay. But
Mhm.
what do you think? How does your darkness take hold and breaks the mind and heart of Lady Baptiste?
Well, I think maybe I mean, it sounds odd because it's like going, how do I say this? Oh yeah, okay, give me a second. I just need to
Hmm.
figure out
Of
what was
course.
what the darkness demands of me. Well, one of them is empower the harbingers of the epoch. None of these fit properly. Um,
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 might I suggest something?
sure.
Playing off what we just had with that poster. Um, in the solo session that I played with Shane, we found out that the harbinger, that Lady Baptiste's harbinger form is the Great Fire, the world consumer.
Oh,
And we just had that poster that showed like the sky like it's made from fire. So maybe you pick up on that on this the sense of yeah, I don't know how Lady Baptiste feels with that. That is for Shane to decide to answer. But whatever they are feeling looking at that poster,
maybe it's
and that like
me.
drives them a bit closer to their harbinger.
Yeah, and maybe it's me picking up on this, well, either anticipation, whether that's fear or glee or whatever, at
Hmm.
becoming, embodying this great fire, and accidentally either like amplifying it, or maybe it
Hmm.
could also be because I'm poking around too strongly or too clumsily, let's put it that way. Lady Baptiste noticing that, and
Hmm. So
her
you're
noticing that might mortify her to an extent, like, oh my God, what's going on in like the deepest
yeah. So you're
wounds.
amplifying her connection to the harbinger. How does that feel from inside of Lady Baptiste's mind?
I think she just feels great. Like she's really high. It's not. She's not aware that she's in trouble. She's just experiencing the oneness of all things, and that includes the harbinger.
Hmm. And the is it a sense of freedom maybe? The freedom of consuming the world, like
I
of
think
letting
she's just.
go of your shackles and your constraints.
I mean, in the specific sense that, like, what she's letting go of is her anxiety about inevitably becoming a harbinger.
Mm.
Like, it's not the freedom to destroy the world that's appealing to her, but the freedom that she's feeling to not worry about it.
And is that more a an embracing or a disavowing
Maybe it's acceptance.
or acceptance? Yeah.
Yeah, I think acceptance is probably the closest.
Mm. You're integrating your lack. Hmm. Nice. Um. So, and what is the price you must pay to save them from the worst of your power? Um. Let me see. Um. So I will say as you reach into Lady Baptiste's mind, you can feel that flame and that heretofore unfamiliar uh, like a passion rise in her, and you realize just in time that you might have, as you said, might have been too clumsy in there. You might have started a process that only you can stop only now, before the chain reaction leads to the eruption of the new harbinger. Um, and what that means in mechanical terms would be that I would ask you to take a darkness token as you absorb a portion of Lady Baptiste's power.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Hmm. What does that feel from the inside for both of you?
I mean, if
Sorry,
Lady Baptiste,
I didn't mean darkness token. I meant ruin. A ruin.
That makes more sense. Yes.
Yep.
I
But I
don't have
guess
any rules.
I'm still taking darkness tokens because of the
Sure.
conditions. No, not the conditions. The feeling scared about what I've just done.
And I think,
Where's ruin? Wait.
and think what I will also do as a GM move, just because it fits so nice narratively, is that you become either unreachable or defensive, because both are mental states that I feel fit very well with Lady Baptiste and with taking some of her essence into you, because I've seen her defensive and unreachable before.
I'm gonna say unreachable
Mhm.
because it also feels very fitting because I fucked this one up and didn't really reach. Fantastic, 3 conditions.
Yes. One more, and we can see what your breaking point is.
That is appealing, but I think Lady Baptiste can maybe feel that something is not right for Rhydian right now, especially in that moment of connection. And I think that she is going to, she's also just realized that she loves Rhydian. She's going to attempt a moment of sincere connection, and not just because she's hot.
Not just because
So
she's high.
So you're revealing your heart?
I think so. Yeah, I'm just thinking about what it would look like.
Mhm.
I think she'll just say, she reaches out this like vaporous tendril and puts it on your arm and says, Rhydian, if you want to know what I'm feeling, you can just ask.
I think Rhydian will be quite flustered and embarrassed by that. Yeah, I don't know, feeling like called out about maybe abusing their power a bit, and go like, oh, yeah, I guess that would have been an option. I'm sorry. Sometimes it just feels easier to, use my powers instead of doing the straightforward thing.
You never have to apologize for being who you are.
Oh, I think that will feel very, very comforting, and I don't know, heartwarming. And just as I am currently speechless, I think they would be very speechless, sort of like,
Yeah, because I mean, I definitely think this is like the nicest you've ever heard Lady Baptiste be to anyone,
yes,
really.
it's kind of like, right, suppress some little tears going, yeah.
So can I roll here to reveal my heart?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to add 2 darkness tokens. That's a 12. Not real.
We are really killing it here.
Okay, so we explored the extremes of the dice pool. So on a 11 plus, you have a moment of closeness but also weakness. Ask each other, how do I scare you at this moment? After you both answer, you each choose one. Tell them how fearful you have become of them on a scale from 0 to 4. That becomes the number of darkness tokens that they now have. Gain 1 bond with what the darkness demands of you.
I have a question. Can I spend 2 bonds on a single roll to bring that
Yes,
down to 10?
absolutely. You can.
I think that Lady Baptiste really wants this to work, really wants this moment of connection with Rhydian. So I'm going to spend both my bonds with Rhydian, no more bonds, to make that a 10.
What are the 2 memories that allow you to come across less scary in this moment, I guess?
Yeah, good question. I'm just thinking about like moments of tenderness that I've seen where Rhydian showed, kindness to people that we came across in our adventures, mysteries, whatever it is that we missions.
Can we establish 2? Maybe 1 each, if that's okay with you?
Sorry, can I just check with Santa? Does that like ring true for you that I would like have memories of moments of tenderness that you've shown to people?
I think so, yes. I mean, I think Rhydian does have a very empathetic, and caring nature. I think I don't know if well, maybe you didn't see the particular scenes we played out with Nia, but you've probably seen that happen anyway, because one reason for you often feeling ignored or whatever, but certainly there was tenderness between us. Well, I was at some point also considering taking a division move, but also it can still be fictionally true that Rhydian would have probably taken a lot of, been very fond of the little zoo, the little monsters in Division Zoo, the sort
That's
of
great.
orphaned little monsters, because they identify with them to an extent, and so you would have probably noticed that.
Hmm.
That's a good first one. And the second one?
Yeah, I think I also remember a time when we'd come across a scene of terrible violence where a harbinger had, killed and destroyed people, and Lady Baptiste was like, okay, job on, kill the harbinger, go home. But you took time out to comfort one of the survivors.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay,
Cool.
and with that, we are in the golden zone. Your heart reaches theirs. Choose one. If they are a PC and they choose to deepen the connection further, they choose one too. What do you choose?
All right, I'm going to clear one condition, basically because I think I want to get rid of distracted and say that Lady Baptiste uses this moment to shake off the effects of the drugs, because I feel like being blissful and distracted for the whole session is going to get annoying quite soon.
Okay. So Rhydian soothes your heart with their weirdly intrusive brand of care. Rhydian, do you want to deepen the connection further and choose one too?
Yes, but I'm trying to wait. I do have 3 conditions. Either I want to also clear a condition, or I'm gonna gain a bond. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
If you can't decide on the mechanics, maybe the fiction helps. Do you think you grow closer, or does she soothe your heart?
Yeah, well, this is the question. I feel like both work really well, right?
Okay.
So, so it works. I think it would work very well to just to immediately clear the unreachable condition, right? In the sense of,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
well, we kind of reached out, but also, growing closer.
Mm-hmm.
They both go into the same thing. So, I'm gonna say I'm gaining a bond.
Mm-hmm.
Because why not? Also, can
Yeah.
I just say, I think I accidentally clicked one of the conditions here. I should just mention, I think because I took up obsessed at some point as a mechanical thing, but I think at some point I must have accidentally clicked the introspective one. So if you would just believe me, I would like to clear that if that is
Of
okay.
course, I believe you.
Okay, cool. Because I feel like at some point I just clicked it because it was the whole embodying a condition that affects me instead of I guess I got confused about the mechanics basically is what
All
happened.
good. All good. Don't worry about
Okay.
it. Okay. Would have been so interesting to see our first breaking point, but well,
Oh, we can.
that will happen sooner or later.
Oh, also I wanted to share a link to a little Miro board in case we wanted to actually draw lines.
Oh,
The only problem is because I have a free option. This is just currently you can only view. I think I would have to either invite you to a team or maybe I can just draw the lines if you want. Whatever. I'll figure it out later. But here it is anyway.
that is very
That's great.
cool. Thank you.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's very, very, but
I'm very fine with you just doing the line drawing for us. And you being the minister of line drawing. That's fine with me.
I just thought it
But
was fun.
yeah, mirror board is way better for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, do you want to investigate a little more, or what are you planning to do right now? Or do you want to call it a night? Do you want to explore something?
Hmm.
Could of course also play off of one of the clues.
I still wanna know about these stupid pills. It's just that unfortunate that I rolled so poorly. But I'm wondering if I could maybe try and we've kind of forgotten about her, but Augustina is also around, right?
Yeah,
Tripping.
right next to you.
And I wonder what I'm like gleaning from her, just as a sort of, well, I guess currently as the surface level thoughts and feelings, because that is something I don't need to roll for.
Let's see. So, let me think about it for a second. So she's not a monster. She is mortal. But she's let's say a bit enhanced. So she probably can take a bit more than other humans. But I think she is like the seed hit her way harder than it did Lady Baptiste. And so I think she, by now, after you've had your heart to heart, she is probably, sitting on the bar chair and has slumped forward and has her head on her arms and is fallen asleep and is dreaming wildly.
Well, that is fascinating because I did just take a dreaming move, didn't I?
And the feeling that you get from her is a feeling of confidence and, like, let's call it satisfaction and power.
Okay. I feel like it would be odd to try and go any further in terms of feelings because she's asleep. But I don't know what your dreamy move is, Lady Baptiste, but I took Walk With Me in Dreams
That's cool.
as the last one. And maybe I can read it. It says, "You have learned how to travel through the portals that connect all dreamers. Even locations, objects, and harbingers dream. When you seek out insight or wisdom in dreams, spend darkness tokens and roll, and then I can basically unearth secrets or do other things that we can look at later." So that would be really interesting. My only question is, I'm thinking I could either investigate Augustina's dream, or since we are talking even locations and objects, I could also try and glean something from the actual seeds that are still left in her bottle, which would also be fascinating.
Absolutely.
Any opinions?
I do have an opinion, but I will keep it for myself and leave it to you. Just reading up on Augustina in case you choose her, but choose whatever feels more interesting to you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Augustina.
Mhm.
I'm going to spend 2 darkness tokens. Yeah, I'm not sure how I travel through the portal that connects all dreamers, but I'm going to assume it will involve me, like touching her in some way, or that at least makes it easier, and sort of trying to get myself into some kind of a trance state. Yeah. So spending 2 rolling. Hang on. Wow, what is going on today?
Well,
It is a 6. Let's see.
Oh, you spend two tokens. Nice. Yeah.
Yes, but it's still too little.
I mean,
Maybe the next time I get 2 3s.
Yeah. So do you want to spend bonds to bring it up to an 8, or are you eating the 7
I'm
7
trying to
minus
think.
says the dream comes alive and leaks violently out into the world. The keeper will tell you what happens next.
I'm trying to think what bonds I could spend here also, but would make sense.
But I think there is an upper limit of 3 bonds per roll, and
so I would have to wait.
But no, I'm just saying, and you would need to spend 2 to put it up to an success.
Yeah.
What happens on a miss for this move?
Oh, it's great. Wait.
The dream comes alive and leaks violently out into the world. The keeper will tell you what happens next.
I mean, that does sound cool.
It does sound
I
cool.
mean, yeah, that also
Resolved.
it does sound cool, and also I just don't think I'm not sure how I would like narratively make how it would make any sense to the bonds that I have to spend. It's like Nia, Lady Baptiste, Antler Guy, as in Lord Oberyn, and Flaming Eyes dealer in the bar. I feel like none of these make sense narratively. So maybe I just mess up all the time, and I should just stop it with my powers tonight and go to sleep.
Okay. So you maybe I imagine that Rhydian sits on the bar stool next to Augustina and assumes the same position, like in a sort of playful but also very earnest way of like hand on her arms, and then builds this connection to Augustina. And as that happens, it feels like you are trying to open a glass door that is under an immense amount of pressure. And the moment your mind touches hers, it splinters into a million little pieces. And from behind that glass door just spills first the sound of battle. And yeah, the sounds of battle and the screeches of I don't know, like demons. It sounds like really unearthly screams, and the sounds of weapons clanging against one another, and the wet squelch of them hitting flesh. And then the smells come. Smells of dust, of rust, and of steel, and of salty water. And then in the last stage, the visuals spill into this bar, and it looks like a projector projects these images onto the walls and chairs and fixtures of the bar. And you see a battle scene, and you see Augustina in the middle of it, and she is slaughtering really unearthly creatures with way too many eyes and way too many limbs. And on her side are other people who look very familiar to her, or very similar to her, almost like siblings. And then they move onto a big egg-shaped citadel kind of building, move in, and in this dream logic, it's a matter of opening the door, and then they're immediately in the heart of the thing, and in the throne room, so to speak. Augustina triumphantly standing over what maybe you feel in your heart is the ruler of that species. And as she strikes the blow, not unlike the scene we had with Nia last time, a blade juts out from her heart as one of her compatriots stabs her from behind, and she looks at him, hurt, wounded, and he takes a bit of blood from the sword, draws a circle in the air, and they both they don't both disappear. But that is the moment where Augustina wakes up in the start. I was like, what? Oh, I must have fallen asleep. And on the wall behind her, there is the shadow of the boy that stabbed her, etched into the wall. And Augustina looks bewildered, panicked, and is sweating, and needs a few seconds or minutes to really gather herself.
Lady Baptiste, any ideas? You're the one who knows her better. Like I've done enough with my shit.
The burnt figure on the wall, Is it just like a burnt outline, or is it?
It's a shadow that is now fixed to the wall.
Okay, but it's not moving or anything. That's
No,
what I was
no.
asking. No, okay. Look, Lady Baptiste has probably done about as much comforting tonight as she's going to do. So she will look somewhat awkwardly, sort of pat Augustina on the back with her wispy vapors, and say, "Thanks so much for a fun night. My friend and I need to go and save the city. You should probably get home now. Rhydian, let's get out of here."
And Augustina is like, can I come with you? I don't want to be alone right now.
Lady Baptiste looks awkwardly at Rhydian to say,
Bridget's like, feels a bit like, I guess they don't want to admit that they probably made this a lot worse. Like, and they're like, I mean, I guess so. I mean, you know how to hold your own. So, and I'm taking 2 darkness tokens because I'm reacting with cowardice.
Nice.
nice.
So I guess
I mean,
sticking to it with us.
Well, I'm at least going to warn her that we are planning to, go and confront a harbinger that's opening the door to the apocalypse. So
that's fine.
If she's fine with that, then all right.
I'm sure she's less afraid of that than from being of being alone.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell her that if she wants, if she wants to come, she has to do what I tell her.
She's a soldier.
Yeah. I think she doesn't have a big problem with that. Yeah. She's like, yeah, whatever.
All right. I take 2 darkness tokens for asking someone to follow my instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Nice. So it's 3 past the hour. Little break.
Sure.
Is 10 past enough?
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. See you then.
See you.
Okay. Welcome back. I just noticed 2 things that we should have done in the beginning. One is that we totally forgot again to take our impulse questions, or at least we didn't talk about it. If you did it silently, what do you want to do today? What does Lady Baptiste want to do today? You muted.
Oops. Hello. Sorry, I was just writing a message and forgot to go back to this.
All good.
How do I get back to this message, to this window?
I don't know.
I will find it. Just a sec.
Yes, Lady Baptiste, what do you want to do today?
Here we
What's
go.
your impulse?
Well, so Lady Baptiste is ready to smash this mystery. And we'll say to Rhydian, like, it seems to me there are 2 main directions that we could go right now. I still think that we should, just checking the name, that we should talk to Father Morata. I don't care whether he likes division or not. He's involved in this somehow. We should find out what he knows. Or I still don't really understand what's happening with these returners. I think that's something that we could look into more, maybe even just go to the space where they meet, see if we can find anything there, go through their files, something like that.
Mm-hmm. What is your impulse for today, though?
Oh, my impulse, sorry. My impulse for today is to prioritize Division's interest over my fellow monsters.
Okay. And then we have a few more questions to answer, really, as a result of your new Dream Future Review Protocols move that comes with 3 establishing questions. Let's go over them first. What recurring elements are present in every dream you have?
I mean, it's got to be fire, right?
Okay. Just fire, or is there anything more specific to it?
No, I think fire. I think fire is like a good choice because it's easy to like work into your narration of any weird dream thing that you're talking about.
Sure. Who or what only exists in your dreams, and what do they want from you?
Let me see.
So can I pitch something?
Yeah.
Because I had an idea for an NPC floating around in my head anyway. And there would be a really senior agent of the Vision, and that you're on a first name basis with. And because I like the idea of there being one person who knows Lady Baptiste's first name and like always addresses her with Elizabeth or whatever the first name is. When they have their cigar and whiskey talks, and maybe these kind of talks that you have with that character happen in your dreams because they died 200 years ago.
Love that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
How do we want to call them?
Oh, well, what's a good Elizabethan name?
First thing that came into my mind was Chester.
Chester. Okay.
Chester, a division agent who died 200 years ago and holds councils, maybe way to phrase it, with you in your dreams. The only person who knows your first name. And the third question is, why are you worried about the dreams stopping one day?
I mean, the dreams are one of the only things that still connects me to my humanity.
Good answer. The dreams connect you to your humanity. Very good. And I'll iron out the weird formatting later. Okay, so we have that. And then, Rhydian, what is your impulse today?
Reclaim a fragment of my memories.
Oh, very interesting. Mm-hmm.
I thought I would go with the... Because I thought first, open your heart. No, let's just try something new.
Very good. Okay, so you either want to go back to the dorms, if I heard that correctly, and investigate the returners a bit more, or talk to Father Morata. You could conceivably also talk to Father Morata in an effort to find out more about the returners.
Yeah.
So that would mean that you go back to the university. And as you step out of the bar, you notice a deep rumbling coming from below, but also from the ocean. And you also see the moon is big and black and is hanging really low.
Not great. Seems like a bad sign.
In the dark sky. So you want to I guess at this time of night, I think it's like in the early morning hours, maybe 1 or 2. Father Morata is probably already fast asleep in his private quarters, but you can totally crash in on him if you want to.
Should we do that, or should we try and sneak into his office and search for clues?
You can do
I
that.
like that idea.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think let me just quickly see what your powers are. Shadow magic and I think well actually
maybe you can drape us in shadows to sneak
Smart.
in there more easily. Sorry.
Good.
Yeah. I was just wondering if we want to do Unleash the Dark, and I'm reading through the move again. Or if we just do that without a roll.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't shadow magic sort of one of your innate powers?
It is. I was wondering, I was just wondering if it warrants a roll, or if we can just narrate it, and that would mean that the effects of Unleash the Dark would be somewhere within the purview of what you're doing. Get past the defense, inflict a condition. I don't think there are. I mean, there are defenses in terms of locked doors and stuff. Yeah, let's do Unleash the Darks.
All right. So gonna try. Well, maybe I'll just try a flat roll this time.
Sure.
Since last time I rolled a 12. I don't know why I think that would happen again. I'm gonna regret this. Okay. Yes, I am gonna regret this. That is a 5. That's the first roll in the whole game that I haven't added 2 darkness tokens to. It's all
And
we're
it
always doing. Would have been close enough to bump it up.
Yeah.
Okay, the result of 7 minus is you have greatly underestimated them. The keeper will describe the desperate position you find yourself in. So now the question is, who is them? And
The
why are you?
defenses?
So
Yeah, but
we're talking about Power Through Darkness?
no, I was thinking Unleash the Dark.
Oh, okay.
But we can also go with power.
I misunderstood, but that's fine.
I don't like Power Through Darkness is when you really go big on your powers, and I don't think that was necessary here. It was just like, like you sneak through the corridors and use your shadow powers to like conceal yourself from the guards and all that. Because I do think there are guards, and there are probably also security cameras. It's not like you're breaking into a bank. It's a university, or like more like a university / cloister with private quarters. No, you wanted to go into his office, so it's really the university. So there will be night guards, there will probably be cameras, there will be locked doors, and that is the kind of opposition you're trying to go against with Unleash the Dark. And the 7 minus says you have greatly underestimated them, which to me reads that for some reason the security measures are stronger than we thought they are. And you sneak in, and you find out that the guards that look like, these normal security guards that you would find at the university, who sit basically are just like night porters, and you find out that they are much more much smarter and much more keen than you would have expected them to be. And the way they move, they almost feel like they are some kind of like specialized trained security detail. And in that position, so to speak, as you get closer to Father Morata's office, and you are maybe in the hallway in front of his office, yeah, okay, now I know. So you it looks very easy in the beginning. You step in and you step into the shadows. You don't expect any real opposition from these mortals. You step through the shadows. You wrap the shadows around you, and you come close to Father Morata's office. And in the hallway in front of it, suddenly the door behind you locks with a big steel bolt. The door in front of you, the one to Father Morata's office, also locks with a big steel front bolt. And what other security measures they will have against Omen class monsters? And I'm going to say, like, what would make it desperate? And there's a loudspeaker buzzing into action, going, Omen class monsters, you are trespassing on university grounds. This is not accepted. Stay put. We will contact the authorities.
Well, this just seems to prove that Father Morata is in on it all. Why does he need such intense security measures?
And you are basically sitting in there, being confined, and nobody's coming for you for quite a few moments.
Where are we confined?
Yeah, is the space that we're in?
Where are we confined? You are
Yes.
confined in a. So imagine in a like these old 19th century university buildings, or even older, like thick walls, marble floor. There are benches on the sides, and a big window at the end of the hallway. And that big window just was sealed with a shutter. There is the door to Father Morata's office that also just was sealed with a shutter, and the door behind you that you came in from that also was just sealed with a big metal shutter.
Okay. But we just heard an announcement. We didn't see people.
Yeah, no, it sounded like it came from a speaker that is somewhere to the left above you. And other than that, you are sitting in the darkness.
Right. Because I'm considering my moves currently.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you have anything good, Lady Baptiste.
Well,
if you don't have anything good, we can also just wait what happens. But if you
I
do,
mean,
please be my guest.
I could summon someone from the corridor of doors to try and break us out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a nice one. I was thinking, so I could either.
Just as a reminder before you go summoning millions and millions of harbingers, the twin moons are still out.
No, I spent 2 ruins, so.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wait, what does that mean with the twin moons?
That was the harbinger that I summoned last time to drop Nia in the black hole.
Mm-hmm. And two moons means two rune means whatever is behind the door acknowledges your power and control and sees you for the fearsome harbinger that you will become. They will obey your commands for a time before returning to the corridors of doors. They will return at some point of their own discretion. They are currently out, but they will.
The way I read it is that, like, I can choose to spend 1 ruin and not have control over what happens, or I spend 2 ruin and I do have control over what happens. Is that not how you see it?
I read it that I read it that they will return. Like with a 1 rune, the door materializes somewhere in the world, and you have no control whatsoever. And with a 2 rune, the door still stays in the corridor, and the harbinger is also under your control. They obey your commands. But this for time is very rubbery. You know, it doesn't say that they disappear immediately and then go back immediately. They go out, they have their fun, they obey you while they're out.
All right. Okay. I guess he's got some problems right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I just had 2 other ideas of potential, but I don't.
Now my idea doesn't seem so good, so go ahead.
Okay, so my idea was, I think either I could try once again walk with me in dreams to because well, if I ever actually rolled successfully, I could, for example, implant a suggestion that shifts reality. Or the other one would be to try and do a man of 1,000 faces and try to embody somebody of authority in the university, like Father Morata. I mean, that would be very interesting if he actually ended up coming there now. But
if you meet yourself.
Well, yeah, either that, or something like that. Because you can look. So hang on, I'll just read it. So if it works, you look like one person who causes fear and easily intimidates others, or you look like a different person to different people, sometimes somewhat inconspicuous and easily underestimated. Or anyway, so basically I could try that, which obviously is also more like a soft power move, and it could also go wrong. I mean, all of them can go wrong anyway, but yeah. So I'm considering any of those. Have I seen Father Morata? Do I know who he is?
No, you haven't yet. Let me just quickly come back to the twin moon. You could, of course, command them to go back behind the doors. They will obey your commands, right? But they're still out, and you can still command them to help you right now, if you want to. But and coming back to Rhydian's move, no, as I said, you haven't seen them yet. But you've seen a few security guards on your way.
Right, yeah, I could try that.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Sounds good.
The only question is, why the hell did I end up locked in here with you, and why don't I have the power to unlock this? I'm sure I could lie myself out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a man of 1,000 faces has other very interesting effects too, right? You look like a person who causes fear and easily intimidates others could be helpful here. The memories and thoughts one could also be helpful.
Yeah, like a lot of them could be. Although I think the memories and thoughts doesn't really help very much with regard if I don't know what Father Morata looks like and just some security guard. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they might know stuff.
Anyway, I mean, we'll also see, because I might also just mess up the roll again.
Yeah.
But I feel like I want to try that. And I mean, you always have the twin moons in your back pocket, since that has already worked.
And you could also use your powers of darkness if you want.
Me?
Both of you.
Yeah, it's just mine doesn't seem very useful currently.
Hmm.
Unless the guards are some kind of supernatural thing. I don't know what power absorption would be, or they use like some kind of animal. So yeah, I think should we try? Should we try once more? Maybe I'll get one good roll for once.
Sooner or later, it's got to happen.
Am I gonna spend more than 2? Gotta spend 2. Okay, 2.
Nice.
Unbelievable. What is now? I have 13.
Ha.
I mean, it would have already been too much on 11, but like, anyway, I could have at least spent a bond, but now I'm like,
the
how
one.
much would I have to spend? 3.
Mhm.
What happens on a 11 plus?
Their mind bleeds into yours. Choose one above, and they will choose one. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, my mistake. Your own thoughts and memories are discordant, and the song thought is for one above and one.
Oh, why not?
Okay.
I mean, it's not so bad because I still get to choose one of the above,
Yeah.
and then we have some more interesting nonsense happening. Okay, so what do I choose? What do I choose? I
I
oof.
was also just thinking, if you so these security guards, we established they are quite competent and proficient. That might also be already a good pick. But also, I was just thinking, maybe you might like to try the sunglasses guy, who seemed to be some sort of monster. It might have something helpful that you could tap on.
I'm not sure like, in what way. What to intimidate them?
For example,
Hmm.
or you look like a different person to different people. Someone inconspicuous and easily underestimated would also be a very, very good fit for this situation when the authorities come.
Yes, but it wouldn't help Lady Baptiste.
Oh,
So
but she has shadow
I'm
control.
thinking. Well, yes, I think I'm going to go with you look like a person who causes fear and easily intimidates others, and I'm not sure
Mhm.
if that is just going to be the sort of head security guard, maybe
Mhm.
who might not even be on guard. Well, or yeah, or like maybe.
Do you have one specific person in mind, or do you want to leave that to me? Because I do have an idea.
I can leave it to you. I think that's fine. You have
Mhm.
better idea of who is around there. And then
Mhm.
on the below one, what do I choose? I'm gonna choose an aspect of your subconscious escapes into the mind of another. Mark 1 ruin.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Mark the rune, and we do the thing with the subconscious
Yeah,
a bit later.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna mark it now. Here we go.
What might that look like?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. It's subconscious.
I first want to hear Lady Baptiste, and then we do this.
Sorry, you want to hear what from me?
What you want to do, if you want to do anything.
I think I'm just going to leave it to Rhydian. Rhydian seems
Okay.
to have this well in hand.
Okay. So what happens is, because it's an aspect of your subconscious that escapes into the mind of another, what do you think? What is that subject, that aspect of your subconscious? Okay, no, sorry. Let's play it the other way around. We will first do the yeah, okay. So you wait there in the dark for a bit, and at some point, the door that you went in through opens, the shutter, and then the door. And behind the door are a squad of Guardia Civil, the local police. And they have, I would assume, since we established in the beginning that monsters are more or less out in the world, they probably have some heavy ordnance with them. And they hold it, the way you hold it if you don't want to immediately escalate. Like they have it at the ready and probably also have the safety off, but they hold the barrels of their guns towards the floor. They're not trained at you just now. And in the middle, there are Chancellor Sorata and a quite kindly eyed man in his mid 40s, who steps forward and says, no, I think the chancellor actually steps forward. The chancellor is also a woman in her 40s, and Lady Baptiste has seen her before, and we also established that Lady Baptiste has some dirt on her. And I wonder who acts in this case. I think it's like both of them, and it's only the police people don't react that much. It's the priest with a collar and the chancellor who, as they see you, Rhydian, their eyes widen and they.
Who am I?
They were like, Archbishop Tibero, what are you doing here? And with that, I will take the fifth. No, I won't, because the fifth ticks when they actually arrive, and that's just so sorry. But Lady Baptiste knows Archbishop Tibero, and Archbishop Tibero is a papal representative. Archbishop Tibero is part of the Vatican's Black Book monster hunting program. And how does Lady Baptiste know him? Like this hard-nosed a specialist for getting rid of monsters in the employment of the Catholic Church.
Because we had an affair a few years ago.
Love it.
That is amazing.
I don't know if you're going to spring into this because you know this person, or if you're waiting for me to improvise my little role as Archbishop Tibero.
Well, I guess I'm at least willing to look to you to take a lead, and if you don't,
Okay.
if you're looking to me to do something, then I'll pick it up.
All right. I'll probably just go. Well,
sorry. Before we do that, though, now I would like to know what is that aspect of your subconscious that escapes into the mind of either Father Morata or Chancellor, the Chancellor.
Is it into that guy, not into the person that I'm inhabiting here?
Oh, that could also be, if you want that.
Wait, what is it?
It just says into the mind of another. Like it's a transfer from you to somebody else. It doesn't specify.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess maybe it could also just be into Chancellor. No, what is her name again? Solaris?
Yeah, something like that.
Suraj? I don't know. Anyway, the Chancellor. Maybe it's my subconscious, my subconscious urge to hide from my own past.
Oh, that's interesting. I think as she sees you, she takes a step back and seems to hide behind Father Morata. Although she is higher in rank than him.
Okay, so I'm going to try and do my best, imposing, assertive figure kind of stance and go like, well, it seems like you've done quite enough at, not dealing with this issue here. So, somebody had to call in the big guns. I have it in hand. Don't worry about it. But there will be an inquiry about the goings on here and who's been, letting things slip.
Oh, of course, says Father Morata. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but of course you have my full support if you need it.
Well, then please go ahead and unlock this door, will you?
Kind of looking at Lady Baptiste, but you sense that he is too intimidated to ask anything. Although you also sense he would be dying to know who that is. And he says, yes, sure, of course. And he gives a sign to the captain of the Garde Civile, who gives a nod and then retreats with his guys and takes a little pager out, types in a few numbers, and then the shutters go up. And he opens the office and says, I will be in my study. No, that is a study. I will be in my quarters if you need me, unless you need any immediate assistance.
no, that'll be fine. But be available to if we have any questions.
Certainly.
And then I just mutter sort of, well, I see you've spent a lot more effort on your own personal security than that of the students here. And then she'll just stride into the study.
Oh, that last one hurt. Okay, and then he goes out, and you have his office to play around in. Do you want to do anything specific, or do you just want to blanket roll grasp for keys?
Yeah, I was imagining just sort of searching around, looking for anything that might be useful. So a pretty broad, general approach to grasping for keys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a blanket roll, fine.
In a role-playing sense, I think Rhydian is just sort of like going, like...
It could have gone differently.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to make this a whole, reveal your heart roll, but I do say some, comforting words to Rhydian as we get on with it. You did good there. You can relax now. So I spend 2 darkness tokens this time. 0 worked very badly. Let's go. So 13.
2 also didn't work that great.
Right.
Oh no, it's 13. Oh, you did a +2. I didn't. Right, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I uncover a key, but there's a significant complication cost or fallout. The keeper will tell me what it is. I'm okay with that.
Keeping it interesting.
Okay, I will hone in on the complication. And the complication is that as you look out the window, you see a motorcade coming. And it's a papal motorcade, as you can notice on the insignia on the car. And I will just tell you that this is the actual Archbishop Tibero coming to investigate. And that is the second to last tick on the doomsday clock.
I guess we'd best hurry the fuck up.
And
let's see what the key is that you wanted to know more about the students.
Returners?
Yes.
Got my typing fingers ready.
Oh
no.
I think none on the list are really speaking to me right now. Particularly with students in mind.
With the students. I mean, the clue doesn't have to directly address the returners. We can try and figure out how it's connected.
True that. So okay, no, I know something. There's one that I think maybe interesting here, and that is an expose on the university's previous life as a training ground for exorcists. And let me just tailor that a bit more to the moment and to you. You already found this clue about the mass grave that is hidden in the catacombs, and so this clue is an expose about we can keep it like that, an expose about the past of this school, of this what's it called, sanatorium, it's the seminar that they used to be a school for exorcists, and then they stopped doing that. I think maybe with the end of the Franco regime. No, with the beginning of the Franco regime, because the Catalan Church was very against the Franco regime, so they stopped that in the 40s, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Wait, oh god, thanks. I just lost the plot here for a second.
That was perfect. What you just put in there and then took out again.
Now it's out.
I don't know how I took it out again.
Wait, we can always go...
I tried Control Z, it didn't help.
Just a sec. I should be able to find it in a moment.
Okay.
Or maybe not. Version history usually works, but not right now, apparently. I guess you're going to have to type it again.
I just put it in.
It. Oh. Cool. one more key to add to
So
our
and then
report.
there's the issue of the 11 plus. Oh yeah, there was the okay, we already covered that. There was
So
the bishop coming.
I think we've got to try and unlock Doom's door now. We can't.
I think so.
I mean, conceivably, Rhydian could also do a grasp keys if you want to be more on the safe side.
I mean, sure, why not? What?
I'm sure there's more than one clue to find here.
So if you want to, that's totally fine. My thinking is that it doesn't really seem like how many like pluses we roll with makes any difference. So I don't know that we need another key.
Yeah, and
But
also I
maybe
don't
another
think we need
key
another
gives
complication.
you like more to
Yeah,
pick from.
I'm worried about more complications when
Yes,
we're hoping to wrap this mystery up tonight.
Yeah. Maybe, I mean, we have 7, right?
And let me just say, seeing that you already ticked 5 of the 6 Doomsday Clock slices, the only thing you really don't want is to underroll.
Yeah.
That late in the
Yeah.
mystery, overrolling is actually better.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, but then if we manage to do 7,
Mhm.
that would be +1.
Mhm.
I mean, that's
But
not
also another key would maybe give you more narrative
what
meat.
do we do? What do we do?
Well, does Rhydian want to look for another clue?
I mean, I feel like sure, because Rhydian is a very curious person. I'm sure
Yeah,
they
then
wouldn't
go
have
ahead.
just waited for you to rifle around stuff. So narratively, it makes sense, but I am hoping I'm not dooming us now.
No, sorry.
So yeah,
I-
I don't know if there's anything that I might do with regards to a clue that uses any specific move, but maybe not. Although that would be really cool if I did the walk with me in dreams, because then I can. No, maybe not. No, let's not go crazy here.
Just before you roll, can I?
Sorry, just one, because you can declare an irrevocable truth about the mystery, right? If you do the dreams thing, which would basically be an extra key. Am I not? Unless I'm wrong here.
No, it's not an extra key.
Oh,
okay. It is just a fact that is
right.
also not open to me to change. Okay. And then you can, which I find very interesting, you can alter one of the facets. So if you say, okay, we're not that interested in finding out the status of the returners, you can turn that into something else.
Right. Well, I don't know about that one. No, I guess maybe we'll just do the regular.
Mm-hmm.
Or did you want to say something, Shane? Did I cut you off?
Yeah, that's okay. So I have a move that lets me sort of help when someone else grasps keys. So when another PC is grasping keys, ask if they desire your expertise. If they do, work together to describe how you correct their method or line of reasoning. They roll as normal, but in addition, and I mean the real benefit is that on an 11 plus, we can avoid the worst of the consequences on your roll.
Ooh. Let's do that then. Please, Lady Baptiste, enlighten me.
And the interesting thing about it is that Lady Baptiste doesn't have to roll herself, if I read that correctly.
Oh yeah, I roll.
It just works.
It modifies your roll. Yeah.
But on a -7 minus the consequences.
Let's not think about that.
Oh yeah, true. If they are, yeah, no, you roll as normal. They being you, Rhydian.
Yeah, I roll as normal.
And then you have additional effects depending on what you roll.
And if I roll low, then all of the effects go on to Lady Baptiste. It's the sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
Sounds cool.
But you're not going to roll low because Lady Baptiste is giving you really useful advice right now. I don't know.
What is that useful advice?
I mean, I think that she is like, it's along the lines of her like thinking about Father Morata's psychology. Like, where would a greedy, grubby little priest like him, keep the good stuff, the real details. And, she points out a few places that she thinks might be useful for you to look.
All right.
Okay.
1 and 8.
Then make your roll.
Yeah, I'm just now trying to think.
How many darkness tokens to spend?
Yeah. Well, I'm considering if I'm being obsessed and therefore taking more darkness token. Not being obsessed as in, I am obsessed with this mystery and
Yeah, if you embody your condition.
Let's go with that, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's go with I'm taking 3. So we really want to overroll rather than underroll, right?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter to you if you underroll.
Oh, no, yeah, but I'm.
The overall is in the unlocked Doom store. In the grasp keys, it doesn't matter. You uncover a key anyway, just under different conditions.
Go
Okay.
hard.
Well, am I gonna spend 3 anyway, just in case?
Mhm.
Wait, what's happening here? What is the? Yeah, why not? Because we've got the plus 11 if with your thing. Right. I'm gonna go hard. Why not? I'm spending 3, and it's an 11.
Oh,
Okay, and you're grasping keys, right?
Yes, I'm grasping.
You're not doing the unlocked Doom store. Okay, do
No.
you want to spend a bond to bring it down to 10, or are you eating it?
I mean, the part of your allow me to offer a theory part is on an 11 plus, the keeper will provide a golden opportunity to avoid the worst of the consequences. So it kind of cancels it out, probably.
Uh-huh.
Either that, or we narratively actually establish how we avoid these.
Mm-hmm. And on an 8 to 10, you can add or change a detail of the key that I give you.
I know. What do we want?
That's also very interesting.
can we find out what the key would be before we decide, or do we have to decide first?
I think technically you will have to decide first. But I was thinking about, since you like you're looking probably you said you were looking for where he hides the quote unquote good stuff, and I'm torn between 2 keys that I both like, and I think you find the classic a safe hidden behind a picture, a painting. And with your powers, it's not that big of a deal to get through the safe. And as you open it inside, let me just quickly roll a d2, make my decision which key it is. Also, since it's probably the last key.
Excuse me.
So on 1, it's the first one. Here's the second one. Second one. Okay, that would make it interesting why it is in the vault. Okay, so no, I think you have to roll first, actually.
Roll?
Or decide which
decide.
results you take.
Decide. I mean, it's for you to decide whether you want to spend a bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just keep thinking that narratively nothing really makes sense unless I spend a bond with Lady Baptiste somehow, and that helps with.
Yeah, I think you can
do
that.
We're working together. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Should we do that? Why not? Then we get a little extra breathing room. Okay, I'm gonna spend 1. Oh, hang on a second. Yes? I mean, I have an hour until this is finished. If that's okay? Yes. Okay. Sorry. Hi.
Okay.
Right. So I'm spending 1, bringing it down to 10, and we're going from here.
Okay. So the basic result of grasp keys is you uncover a key. The keeper will tell you what it is, and the added detail is, or the added bonus is, any PC. So either of you may add or change a detail of the key the keeper offers. And the key that I offer is that you open this safe, and in there, is what you would expect: a little money, a few personal effects, and a brochure of the Church of the Broken Crucifix. And the Church of the Broken Crucifix is, as it says in the brochure, is an organization that deals with monsters specifically, and is doing missionary work, would put it too negatively, but is doing outreach world all over the world, and is doing really caring and help work towards monsters who are marginalized through their monster status. And they are, as it says in this brochure, they are or it's probably not a brochure, but more a stack of papers or a treatise or something. because what it reveals is that the Church of the Broken Cross is an offshoot of the Returners program. So the Returners program basically is the local and the prime version of it, and they have offshoots all over the world. And from what the brochure says and what the treaty says, they seem to have noble intentions. But of course, they would say that.
Okay. And this is the key. I mean, I've just done a rather longish.
That is the key in itself, and now you are open to change it if you want.
Oh yeah. Any thoughts, Lady Baptiste?
Just thinking about. I mean, it makes sense to change it to something that will slot into a theory more, like most easily, right?
Yes.
Then you can just have your freewheeling discussion about what your theory is, and then decide how you change it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna italicize it so we know that this is the one we can change. I mean, we'll probably remember anyway. For my very forgetful brain.
And since it's already 4 past the hour, how about a quick break?
And then we can come back and solve this mystery.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking is that what we maybe will do then is that we have our discussion, and then we have the unlock Doom's door roll, and resolve that. And the confrontation will be the first thing we do in 2 weeks, because next week I can't play next week, but in 2 weeks.
All right. Okay.
Okay, but now we have break until 10 past, right?
All right.
Great.
Okay, see you in a minute.
See you.
Yeah, maybe it's a good idea to read the move instead of opening mail I just got. It's the first time I'm doing that too. Okay, so it's a flat roll and you can't use darkness.
Hello.
Hey. Okay. So now you're standing there in this office, and outside you see the motorcade coming in onto the university grounds, and you have a moment to talk about what you've learned. So who is the Harbinger? What about the Door of Power? Where is it? What is it? What about the floral deaths? And what about the status of the returners? Whatever that might mean. What are your ideas? In any order you prefer.
So to me, like, one that's almost a gimme is that there are 3 clues that are about flowers. So the floral communion font with the contact lenses, the pill bottle with flower seeds, and the flowers blooming through the city. So to me, it's almost certainly going to make sense to like group those 3 together and attach them to one of the facets. Floral deaths is the obvious one, but they could also be like a door of power. Or the flowers could be connected, like you could almost do anything with them, but it makes sense to sort of group them and then it's a start.
Well, so I'm moving things around on the Miro board in case you are viewing it, just so we can have a look.
Yeah, that's great.
And then I'm thinking, but without adding to that currently, I'm wondering if the cast as a training ground for exorcists could be linked to Massgrave, the Massgrave bit.
Yeah, I think that's a good connection. I mean, I wonder if we might like take those 2 together and link them to the Harbinger and say that like whoever we decide the Harbinger is was like trained as an exorcist in this school and in the, I don't know. I'm not sure how that links to the Massgrave, I guess.
Well, maybe maybe the Massgrave part is linked to the exorcist training that went completely overboard in terms of how they trained or who they would target for an exorcism and what kind of measures they would implement for that.
Maybe the Massgrave is like all the other student exorcists except for the one survivor who's now the Harbinger.
Oh, interesting.
Would that be
who's the survivor?
Would that be linked to the floral deaths or the status of the returners, or
maybe? I mean, so I have this like backwards way of thinking about it, which is to try and place the one that's like least obvious. So to me, the mural and song lyrics about the commodification of grief and myth, like that's the one to me that's like the hardest to link to something here.
I feel like that could be the door of power, like the commodification of myth being the door that unlocks,
So the door is more like a concept than a thing or a place.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Is this what the door of power? Is that sort of about like, well, how to unlock it, or is it about what is the thing that actually threatens to unleash?
This is a bit that I also find a bit, I guess not unclear per se, but a bit unclear. So the doors, as they are described in the book, are meant to be actual like portals, doors that are somewhere. They can be also inside people. Is stuff that I heard on actual plays. So I think the concept of what the door is quite wide. But if you want to link the mural to the door, that is absolutely plausible. And it doesn't mean that the mural itself or the song itself needs to be the power, the door, right? It can be totally something like if the mural is I don't know, painted onto a wall that opens a portal to whatever realm. That is a possibility, but also just the theme of this commodification of grief and myth can also just be linked to the door of power, and then expand on that narratively.
It would work in the sense of that is the thing, like it's this sort of idea, like, well, I'm thinking like, this whole thing with, okay, theoretically what this Church of the Broken Crucifix is trying to do is outreach and blah blah blah, but ultimately maybe because they are commodifying grief or like suffering in a way to maybe get funds, etc., that then leads to sort of a corruption of their underlying cause. And maybe, as always, right, power corrupts as they have gained influence. That may have also then once again sort of stained or corrupted their kind of original mission, or something like that. And that could be linked to the door of power simply because, it's very vague, but so I'm going to put it here for now.
Sounds very plausible to me.
The question about the flowers. I mean, I wonder if like the returners are all sort of being drugged with these pills. Maybe they are using it as a sort of healing agent, but once again overshot their mark. I don't know.
Beautiful idea. But I'll shut up. It's your turn.
I think that's cool. And then maybe we could say that the students who've been killed and the one who's missing, which we can use as a key here, had figured out what the Harbinger was planning, and that's why they've been bumped off.
And where would you want to put that?
Well, so then I would put the missing student for status of the returners, like that's speaking to like why the returners have been killed. And then I would link the 3 flower clues to floral deaths.
How do you connect the pair of contact lenses in a florally smelling communion font to that? Oh, that's where one of them died, right? In the church.
I think that's right. Or that, if not, that could go to status of the returners to being another one about the returners being killed for knowing too much.
Right. And what about the flowers blooming through the ceiling?
Well, I think it's just like you were saying, like they tried to use this floral powers to kill the people who knew too much, but it kind of got out of control, and now the floral power they've unleashed is running rampant.
Okay. So that could also be the door of power then. I mean, it doesn't matter because we've already linked everything, something to everything, but I guess just in narratively speaking, it could.
I mean, I like the idea that the door feeds off commodification. I thought what you were saying and linking that to the Church of the Broken Crucifix was cool.
Okay, cool. Then I will just leave it here.
I mean, we can change the other clue if we want, but we don't have to.
Oh,
So,
yeah. What is it that we had there? Oh, goodness me. Trying to read it again. It's so small. Zoom. Brochure of the... I just accidentally opened another page. Deals with monsters, global outreach work for marginalized monsters, offshoot of the Returners program. I mean, we still don't know who the Harbinger is.
well, so I mean, we need to pick someone, I think, for this to work, and I would just say it's Father Morata.
Oh, huh. Talk about a curveball.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it would fit in with this whole idea that, you know, he doesn't want us involved, even though clearly this seems to be a very, you know, a very serious threat, and also his ridiculous security measures. And maybe we found more in, you know, the brochure, or, you know, it like, if we're just adding context, maybe we found more sort of incriminating stuff there that is linked to this sort of abuse of power.
Yeah,
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it makes sense that he could be, you know, that he could have been one of these exorcists training here decades ago. You know, he had access to all the returners, so it's possible that he, you know, he killed the ones who'd learnt too much by mistake. You know, he's connected to the Church of the Broken Crucifix, which is where these returners have come from. He thought that the returners would just be like cover for his real work of trying to unlock the door of power, but it's all gotten out of control.
Do we know what he wanted to open the door for?
To gain more power over the living world?
I was going to go the other way and say because he wanted to be an exorcist, he wants to like destroy every spirit in the world or something like that.
Ooh, I like that.
But some of those spirits are good friends of mine. Arguably, I'm a spirit, so I don't like that.
I like the idea.
Yeah, I like that. That's better than how do we feel about all of our little things? So now we've actually linked everything.
Yeah.
Fascinating. That's like I was taking a cue from Lovecraft-esque and was like also the entire time working from my own theory, and yours is so totally different than mine, and I love it.
I mean, I was also trying to think of like how is Oberyn involved here, because I would like that to be part of it, because I would like to uncover a fragment of my memories. But I feel like, I mean, it could still be that, you know, what is happening with this, you know, things getting out of hand and losing control, that this whole floral thing is linked to the Fey realm breaking through, which is also why it got, you know, why the veil was thinner. And so that could be part of this event, apocalyptic event.
So before you roll, please walk me through the 4 facets again. What about the Harbinger? The Harbinger is Father Morata. And you said he is a like exorcist who used the students and the returners to in some way gain power and open the door in order to gain power that he would then wants to use to get the to rid the world of spirits and demons and stuff. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the door of power?
I think it will be somewhere in the catacombs. Oh, or the mural. I thought it could be in the catacombs.
Yeah? Tell me about it.
I thought the mural is more like a, you know, somebody expressing their you know, like I'm thinking of like, you know, in Hong Kong, the protesters graffitiing in this sort of like somewhat veiled manner, graffitiing critical statements. And maybe that is one of the students who, you know, who's also like artistically inclined, who
uses this
pop
song text to point towards something going on in the
because maybe he's too afraid to like actually point it out directly, and maybe that's the missing student, you know, like who's gone and he was gone and to investigate, and who knows? Maybe we'll find them there. Might be still.
So do we want to put the additional student missing to the door of power then?
Not necessarily. I don't think that is. This is just another, connection. I just mean the status of the returner still works with like, okay, somebody like Father Morata is trying to get rid of the ones who might have come too close to his secret, right?
Mm-hmm. But quickly, what is the door of power exactly? So we know that it's this mural linking to it, and you also said it's in the catacombs. But what is it? Like what is it the door to? And how does Father Morata want to open it?
Well, I mean, I think that he's still looking for it. So I think he just wants to find it, and then he'll have to figure out how to open it from there.
So that's he doesn't know it himself either.
Well, he's getting closer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just suppose you overroll, and he has already opened it. What do you think? How does he do that?
I'm wondering if maybe he can use the student, like the missing student. Maybe he's, if that were the case, maybe the missing student is actually already, captured by him. Mm-hmm. And he's planning to use him as a sacrifice to open the... Huh?
Mm-hmm. I said, oh my God. But
a massive a floral blossoming of something happening from... And that's why I was thinking maybe it's in the catacombs somewhere. Maybe there's like some ancient knowledge from, past, past generations of these exorcists that have found this. And he's like trying to uncover these secrets that he's found. That's also maybe why he's the last surviving one, because he got closer to that secret and then went, let me make sure that nobody else grasps this before I do.
Very cool. And what about the floral deaths?
So I think that what you said is right, that he he needed a way to get rid of these students and divert attention from himself. So he bargained with Oberon somehow, and that's where the floral magic came from. But, you can't bargain with the Fae. That never goes well. So it's totally exceeded his grasp and out of his control now.
Yeah, I like that.
So Oberon is in a position of power in this bargain?
I mean, yeah, he's tricked the old man, because he was just a bit too arrogant, thinking that he could outsmart a Fae.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what do we make of the status of the returners?
I mean, I don't know what status of the returners really means. Is it the individual people, or is it the program?
I have no idea either. We would need to ask Lowell, or make it up ourselves.
Okay, so I'm thinking current status, as we said, there's an additional student missing in the catacombs seems very straightforward. Like, that is his status, right? He's missing. Mm-hmm. We don't know where he is. We don't know if he's dead already, or maybe in the hands of these people, or maybe he's still investigating and he's managed to evade them. But that is one status. And then the other one, a lot of the other ones are dead. But we could also say, I don't know.
What do you make of what you've learned about Augusta? Was that her name, Augusta? About Augustina so far?
Oh, I mean, the other one we could...
She's also a returner after all.
We could link the pill bottle with the status of the returners. That, like, as I said, this maybe in smaller doses, this could help with some sort of psychological healing or whatever. But if you go too far,
taking the edge of their PTSD,
overtake you. And maybe Augustina is one of the few ones who maybe can take a bit more than the others, because she's so physically strong. But who knows? She might already be edging towards some
flowerhood.
Some
my God, what if Lady Baptiste had some of these pills as well? What if I'm turning into a flower?
Well, you already had 2 pills, and you are a supernatural being, so you've probably...
I mean, we already saw the difference between Augustina really going into the dream state and Baptiste just having a mild buzz, really, that she could shake off within a scene.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good to me. Do you want to roll, or would you like me to roll?
Well, neither of us have had any luck rolling today.
True. What is it then? Is it +2, right?
It's plus
Mhm.
2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you like, why not? Why not let Dominic roll?
Yeah,
Okay.
because then we can blame someone if it goes badly.
Exactly. It's always nice to blame the keeper.
I mean, going by the description of the move, you need to roll, but I will gladly do it for you. So 2d6 plus 2, yeah?
Uh-huh.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Ay. You reach the door moments after the Harbinger has unlocked it. They've begun to harness the power on the other side of the door, but there's still time to stop them. The Keeper will tell you what sacrifice or risk you will need to ensure. Sorry, let me read that again. The Keeper will tell you what sacrifice or risk you will need to endure to interrupt their ascension. Very nice. I would like to leave it here for today and leave that as a cliffhanger. And have a think of what that all looks like, and we do that first thing in 2 weeks. First thing in 2 weeks. That's okay with you?
Oh,
Yes.
And then we close out a bit earlier, which is also nice because I do have to leave a bit earlier today.
suits me.
And let's go to Stars Wishes.
Do we do the XP part first?
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that. Of course. So, Rhydian, have you reclaimed a fragment of your memories?
I can't say I have. I thought we would get further than this, but no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you expressed your monstrous nature and or expressed your humanity?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, then mark 1 XP. And your rune track is full, as I just noticed.
It is.
Did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending ruin?
Did I? I mean, apart from the fact that apparently I should probably stop using my powers all of the time so indiscriminately, which seems
Sounds fair to me.
enough.
As a thing to learn, like if you allow me to rephrase that, it is that you learned that just going to the quick answer and to using your power tends to hurt people and tends to have unintended consequences.
Mhm.
And you learned that it's not the only way to go about it.
Yes.
I think that what came out of your discussion with Lady Baptiste.
Which we can link to the next one because, apparently Baptiste is can be incredibly caring and accepting of me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want to mark that as well.
Yeah. So that's 3 XP for you. And you did uncover at least a key of the apocalypse and attempted to unlock the Doom's door. So no ruin for you. Okay. And then with your full rune track, you can, of course, take a rune advance. But knowing you, I'm sure you
I will take
appreciate a week to think about it, right?
Yes.
That is fair enough. And then let's go to Lady Baptiste.
I don't think I prioritize Division's interests over my fellow monsters, so I won't get anything there. I think I did express my humanity, certainly to Rhydian.
Mm-hmm.
Did I learn something significant about myself or my impending ruin? No, I don't think so. I think it's just 1 XP for me today.
What about that you in love with me? Or was that the previous session?
Yeah, I got an XP for that last time. I don't think I
was
can
last week,
do it.
Okay. Good. Okay, then Stars and Wishes.
Yes, just enjoying the dynamic between Lady Baptiste and Rhydian. I think we're building up a pretty good rhythm. And I especially enjoyed the complication of the Archbishop turning up right as Rhydian was being the Archbishop. Just classic.
Yes, fantastic.
Yes.
And clearly my wish is for Witch Dice to stop hating us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit weird
I'm
today.
also thinking stars for the weird roles because obviously it also added a lot of interesting twists and complications. So in a way, it's kind of also fun. But yeah, it'd be nice every so often to get the outcome you're actually looking for.
But this game is really good in making failure fun, and that even the loss results are usually super interesting. And I think this is good game design when you roll shit and you could change it, but you're tempted not to because the shit result is just so interesting. Like the one with a dream that I found really interesting. Also as a GM, and that is a star definitely to Yusina for just eating that one and choosing to go with a bad result there. Because that, of course, allowed me to, portray Augustina a bit more and like give a little of her background in a show don't tell way. That was really, really cool. And I also, and then the other star would be to Shane for broadening the emotional palette of Lady Baptiste today. Like I think Lady Baptiste was very considerate and gentle today. And that is a expansion of her palette from what we've seen before. And I really appreciate that she's not just this one note snide dick, but she has breadth.
She has range, yeah. But
Yeah,
also
she's range.
snapping back and going, okay, we need to head out now. Thanks for a nice evening. And going, okay, like
that was fun.
I've strained my social skills and now I need to, like, yeah, I have no more left in the tank. I like that a lot.
That was really cool.
Have a star also for you, Dominic. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah, I love the way you set up scenes and how you involve a lot of the senses. It's very evocative for me because I actually struggle with visual imagination, but then when you hear sounds and smells and that really helps. And I just it's just good storytelling. So that's my.
Thank you. Okay.
Shane, were you going to say something? I forgot.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. If nobody has anything else to share, then see you in 2 weeks for the breathtaking conclusion of Till We Have Faces.
Right. Cool.
Which went so differently than I thought it would. And I love it. Right. Okay. Bye.
See you.
See you.